important than that. What I would say is that a lot of these young girls must have plan for themselves.
Yeah.
If you have a father and mother who is there for you, no problem. If you don't have anybody, at least plan for the next 5-10 years of your life. Study about money. Take care of the little that you have. You don't have to live beyond if you don't have it. If you have it and you want to spray it, no problem. But a lot of the times, a lot of us don't have it. And once you don't have it, you must have a plan. If I'm taking 100 cedis a month, I must look at how I'm going to survive, without selling whatever I have. Because eventually, selling gets to a point where you become pregnant without being prepared for it. And a lot of them have one child, two, because they were not prepared for it, but because they didn't have anybody telling them, they didn't have anybody to help them, they end up following men, and they end up getting pregnant. And that also complicates a lot of them, their lives. Especially those under SHS or SSH. They have gone through a lot of these difficulties where it's 20 years, 23, and they have one child somewhere, and there is no husband. And the mother, usually is the mother who is around. The father, you can't find him. So we have problem with our girls. How about the preachings that they preach to these young girls, where we condition them only for marriage?
Okay, I think for the preaching, that is from the church, obviously.
Yes, because we all go to church anyway.
They are conditioned for marriage just because the churches believe that once you are let's say 18, in order to stay away from fornication or to be pure, you have to marry just to be fine with God, to be at peace with God or not to sin. So they are forced to marry without telling them what marriage is about or giving them the understanding of what they are going to go through. So that is also another area where, because they are encouraged to marry so early, their brain might have not been developed.
Yes.
So they go into it, and sometimes 26, 28, when they have now understood what they have been into, then there's divorce. Because now they know what they should expect in life.
Yeah.
At that time, they don't have it.
Yeah.
They feel bad, they feel disappointed, and that is another issue in Ghana here now.
Okay.
A lot of divorce through such things.
Okay, I think that a lot of these people who push these young girls into marriages don't have they don't have high expectation of the girls. They don't think that the girls should become anything, and so their best outlet is just to get a man so that you'll be okay. And even when you see a lot of women who are doing fantastically well, who have done so much for themselves, they still want to ask them, where is your husband? Or what? It's sometimes like, wow, and if you look at the statistics, they are not that good in terms of what we're doing with the people that we have pushed them to marry. Because I think that if you're single and your temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, when you marry, it's 10 million degrees Celsius. It's heat that you're running into. So if there is something burning and you're running into it, you must be prepared for it. And a lot of them have no clue. You're already poor, struggling, then you go and marry another guy who's struggling. If he's not ambitious, and if you're not ambitious, you're going to go through problems all your life. So
it's also, let me say this, it's also culture, because sometimes they will even say Obato to your then. So no matter your achievement, they feel that once you're not married, you don't qualify to even be a woman.
Yeah.
And that puts a lot of pressure. So somebody is...
So how about those who have married and divorced? Because we have a lot of them around. How about those who have lost their husbands?
Surprisingly, nobody cares after you've married. Even if you have divorce, it doesn't go that far. That if you're not married.
Wow.
People even keep... If there's a divorce, most people don't hear about it.
Yes. Sometimes some of them even keep their name.
Of course, because they really want it to be done in silence.
Wow.
But then once you're not married, they look at your finger and you don't have any ring, then you are not a complete human.
Wow. So it means that if you're a young girl, you have to really study and build yourself. There is nothing wrong.
You have to be tough.
Yes, you have to be tough. There's nothing wrong if you want to marry, but be prepared for it. And then you have to be confident, as Marie said. Build your self-esteem. Have your finances intact. Don't let anybody push you. If you're going to look for a job and the boss is asking you to sleep with him, you can walk off. You don't have to sleep with anybody to get a job somewhere. You know, if you are not comfortable in any situation, just say that no. We need a lot of these guys come from, you know, American others, and the kind of things that they come to do to our girls sometimes is painful. Just because they think that if somebody is coming from these areas, it means that they have money. And a lot of the times they don't have money. They only think that because our culture makes us a bit nice, which is okay. Our women are very nice, welcoming, very sober, which is a good thing. They come here and they take that for granted. They take that as weakness. And so we have a lot of young girls who have been, you know, impregnated by these guys, and they go and they never. Some of them are even married. They come, they lie to the girls. They sleep with them, they impregnate them, and they
leave them.
You know, so you have to be aware that don't think that somebody comes from anywhere because he has money. You have to first understand that you can create your own. If you have a job, do it well. Don't take the job for granted. Go early, come late. Anything expected of you, do it. Be honest, be hardworking. Sometimes you go to the market to see our mothers, how they have worked these things, you know. The women who cook to sell, they get up early, they come late. That's how they have been able to be, you know, take care of themselves and their families. So you don't have to sell your beauty to any man. You know, just believe that you can do something. What do you have to say?
And I think what the thing